Welcome to Minutes by Minutes. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Dave Kenny.
And we're here to talk about what goes on in the village, the township. You know, those government people that make regulations, rules, and laws that affect you out there.
That's right. And whether you live in the village of Oxford, the village of Leonard, Oxford Township, or Addison Township, these are the people that you elected, and the commissions and the committees that make decisions that directly affect you. And that's why we're here.
And also to make rumors, because occasionally we make rumors. So, you know, you want to pay close attention to what these meetings are all about.
That's right. If you haven't got news, you make news.
Right. And if you haven't attended these meetings, then you will recognize the humor when it comes back to get you later.
But
right?
you won't recognize the rumor.
You won't recognize the rumor. Well, we make sure that we clarify rumors here, don't we?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of meetings that we need to talk about, and I think the first one is the Village of Leonard Village Council meeting.
That's right. Village of Leonard, located in Bucolic, Addison Township.
Wonderful little town.
Yes.
If you folks have never gone there, they have a great strawberry festival.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Wonderful.
In the summertime. Watch for it. The second meeting we're going to talk about is the Oxford Township Planning Commission meeting, which was held on the December 8th, I believe. And if we have time, we're going to talk about a couple of things that happened at the Village Council meeting recently.
Recently?
Recently, like 2 days ago.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, so pretty recent. So let's get on with it, shall we?
Shall we?
All right. Village of Leonard. The president, of course, is Mike McDonald. He does a great job out there.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps a close eye on the community. Judy Verse is the treasurer. Clerk is Cindy, let me see, Grosskopf.
Mm-hmm.
You know her?
No.
Yeah, she's a nice lady. And she's pretty sharp, too. She knows what's going on.
Shar Sotheby's on there, too.
Shar Sotheby is a trustee. And by the way, she was appointed as pro tem
Oh,
president.
well.
So that's pretty nice. Congratulations,
Well,
Shar.
she's just like Pence.
Yeah. I don't know what the community would ever do without Shar anyway.
That's right.
I mean, she is very active. Most of you folks over there in Leonard know Shar and her husband very well and family. And also they have Mr. Amaranti, I believe it is.
Amaranti.
Amaranti. I stand corrected. Okay.
You should.
I should? Okay, at least I'm standing. Larry Hoffman will be
Right.
on there. And of course, Mr. Nowaker didn't run, for office. So a gentleman named Kennedy, Alex Kennedy,
Alex Kennedy?
will be taking his place. However, he was out of town at this particular meeting.
Okay.
I think he was out of the country, as a matter of fact. Pretty sure. He'd be glad to get back to Leonard, I'm sure, if he left this country.
As you can see, I'm taking a note.
You taking a note.
That's right.
Don't stack it on top of that yellow stack you have over there.
No. It's all color-coded.
Yeah,
It gets yellow as it goes down.
It goes back how many, 3 years, 4 years? I'm not sure anyway, but
Hey.
I'm not at all sure that he's ever
Take
checked.
no
Anyway,
note before it's time.
okay. So the first thing that happened, of course, is that the board members were sworn in and by the clerk. And when that was all finished, then they went on to regular business. Pledge of Allegiance, and Shar Sotheby, Charlene, did the prayer right afterwards. And then they talked about the minutes for November 14th. And no comment was made on the minutes, so they were approved quickly. They went directly into the agenda, and there's one item that they wanted to add to it. Mike McDonald, the president, said that he would like to talk about the Michigan municipal dues.
Dues?
Dues, yep. And it's a regular agreement that you have.
They have a list of don'ts, too, don't they?
Yeah, they have don'ts too. These are mostly dues, though.
Okay.
Okay. And it actually protects the municipality by paying these dues. They get
Protection?
yeah.
They're paying
It's a shakedown. Yeah, it's a shakedown, folks. But anyway, they want to approve the shakedown because it covers their legal issues that they might have. So comes in handy.
At a grand level.
At a grand level. I'm not at all sure there's a lot of illegal things going on over there.
No, they don't have time for that.
No, they don't. And if they do, they suddenly people disappeared. You know, Sat? No, they don't. We'll spread that rumor
But that's
too.
another story.
That's another story. But they do show up at Christmas, strangely enough,
Whoa.
for the celebration that they have.
In boxes.
Right. And they did install the Christmas tree recently.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all lit up and everything. As a matter of fact, Shar Sotheby.
Where's it located, anyhow?
The tree?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, I would.
Just follow the light. You'll see it. It lights up the whole sky.
I would assume it's in downtown Leonard.
It
somewhere,
is,
but-
yeah. And there's kind of a open area or square, I guess you'd call it, in town where they placed the tree. But they did have a thing with cookies and hot chocolate, that kind of thing. And Shar Sotheby actually was one of the individuals that read stories to the children.
Oh,
Yeah. And so it's quite a thing that they had
hope
going
she's not
over there.
doing it today. It's cold out
Oh
there.
yeah, you'd freeze your little tushy off being out there today. But no, it was nice and warm inside, and everybody had a great time, of course. But the agenda, as we said, they're going to discuss these dues, which I think later on they did approve them. Treasurer's report, and it was received and filed, so as a normal thing. And they said, "Do we have any bills?" Yeah, we have some bills.
Oh.
So yeah, and you know how that
Monumental.
works. Yeah. No, not monumental, but they do have several areas or categories.
Oh, that's
that
right. They have
pull
three,
from.
like
Yep.
3 different budget areas.
Yes. One
Okay.
is the general fund, which everybody has, and the bills for that was $10,728.93. And then the major fund had $614.22 that they had to pull money out
You
of.
never did believe in rounding, did you?
No, I didn't. Neither do they. Every penny counts.
That's right.
And that's good because the treasurer over there keeps tabs on all that. And if there's a penny missing, they'll probably be hunting for you, for sure.
That's what petty cash in your pocket.
Right. They say, was Dave Kinney in this town? Yes, he was. We have a penny missing. We better hunt him down.
Oh boy.
That's the way it
They
works.
would too.
Yeah, they would. Local fund is $656.50. And get this, the Mill Park and Recreation Park
Oh yeah.
Fund, zero. Nothing
Zero.
spent. Yep. Nothing out of that account. So they're good.
Until
You
summer.
might say that's a
until,
no account.
Until summer arrives again and they're
Until
able to
summer
do stuff.
arrives, and
Right.
then they'll be active again. Any public comment, they said? No. No public comment. Council committee appointments. They did make appointments. Dave Noacker, of course, left an opening for NODA and for the Pollyant Trail. I guess he did fill in both of those slots, so they're going to have to find someone to fill those.
Oh, they didn't make an assignment?
No, and the reason why they didn't, they said,
They asked for people to raise their hand and no one did.
yeah, the new guy on the block, Mr. Kennedy, of course, was out of the country, and they said, hey, let's wait till he comes back.
No, let's do it now.
No, they said, let's wait till he comes back and
Corey
surprise
has a
him.
chance to object.
Yeah, they're going to surprise him. I bet it'll be a surprise, too. So anyway, so I got a feeling he's going to be on the NODA board and also the Pollyant Trail, from the way
You keyed me up to take a note and you left me with question marks.
I did, and I did that on purpose. Okay, so anyway, there's a request also, and for a private road to be graded and so forth in the wintertime, to clear the snow and to maintain that particular road. And it's actually a condominium complex in there, and they need a special assessment district. In other words, a SAD, Special Assessment District established.
Isn't that what the DDA has?
No, these are SAD. These are special assessments that take care of grading of the roads, that kind of
Oh,
thing.
okay.
But there
I
was,
see what you mean.
Yeah, there were issues with this, though.
Oh, issues.
Issues. Yes, there were. And there were several. And the point was that they have an association there. And normally most associations take care of that part of it, and the township isn't responsible, or the village.
Okay.
And the fellow who owned the property originally, Rosensky, owned the property. And his attorneys for the estate, apparently this gentleman has passed away, the attorneys for the estate said, wash our hands, we don't have any responsibility for this. Whoa! And we'll talk about that when we come back, right after this.
have a little dreidel. I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, a dreidel I will play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, a dreidel I will play.
Welcome back to Minutes by Minutes. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Dave Kenny.
And we are talking about the subdivision or the complex, condos.
Right.
Yep, over there in Leonard. In
And
Addison Township,
and fads.
actually. Huh?
Fads or SADS?
SADS.
Fads.
S-A-D.
SADS.
SADS.
Aw.
You know what it means? And it's very sad from a standpoint that the problem comes about that, really the village can't do anything about it. Maybe the township can't do anything about it either, because there are issues involved, legal issues, I think with an association, once it's established, that you can't just wash your hands and say, I'm not responsible for these residents anymore.
Oh.
So I think that there might be some things that happen. But should they get an SAD approval, it'll have to come through Addison Township. And Addison Township will have to decide if this is something that they want to do.
Okay.
Up until now, of course, they haven't taken care of this condo development, the roads. So can you say drifting, high snow, all those things. And so what has happened is the village of Leonard in the past has at least made one swipe through there to try to clear it out so people can get out of their property and onto the road. So very good of Leonard, but now they're looking for a long-term
Solution.
to this. Yes, they are, that word.
That's a good word.
So I think it's going to end up, being reviewed by the township. And I believe there's some legal implications here as well. Okay, should private roads be allowed in Leonard? The president said, I don't believe that they should because they cause problems, within
Are
the
there
village.
private roads in
There
Leonard?
are some in the village, but what happens if
So
they're
now they're going to make
private
them
road,
public roads?
That would be a way that they could clear this up, is making it public road. But then again, you have to get a SAD, special assessment, in order to do that. And it's actually a tax. And you have to get the vote of over 50% of the residents
Right, but
on that road in order to do it. Otherwise,
but
they
the
can't do it.
logic is basically you're offsetting the expenses that the residents already expend to do that
Right.
particular kind of maintenance.
Well, at that, here's something too, that the people that have these roads, they're obligated to take care of their own roads because they are private. But
As I said,
yeah, they can't get the village to do it for them. They can't service the roads unless they get the majority of the people to approve it. And they just won't. They say, I like my dirty roads.
in their
or my
association or
Huh?
in their association or
Private road could be part of an association, or it could be when they built the developments or the homes, on that road, it became a private road.
So they have to take them one at a time, don't they?
They have to take them one at a time. They got to get the majority in order to
Ugh.
change it. Until then, can you say, get your shovel out and get ready to shovel? I don't think the village can do much for you out there. So anyway, this is one reason why Mike McDonald said we need to make it an ordinance that no more private roads within the Leonard Village.
And we'll revisit the ones that are there.
Yeah, and they'll have to, see what they can do with it. I'm sure people, get a little frustrated when they can't get it plowed or, get salt put on the roads and so forth if they're not paid.
It seems like a simple thing to do.
It seems simple, but the simplest things can become very complex, government. You notice that?
Hence, the wheels of government mince very slowly.
Right. Folks in Leonard know this very well. Okay. So the next thing that came up was sidewalks. Remember, they're going to use a block grant, CDBG.
Oh, are these on private roads? No.
No, this isn't downtown.
I know.
Okay. And the question came about is, can you really use the CDBG funds for sidewalks? Or are they meant for other purposes? And so the question came up, and the president said, well, we'll have the clerk check into it and find out exactly, what we're able to do and what we can't do. But until then, we've appropriated monies from it,
Okay.
which we can actually stuff right back in there if we have to. right? Okay. So anyways,
You've appropriated the money, but you can't use it until we clear this up.
right. And one question came up about handicap for the sidewalk, because they said there's an area on the sidewalk that used to be a stair to another level. And that won't work anymore because the stair is actually deteriorating. So they're going to have to change that anyway and
I have
probably
to
look
make
at
it
the
a ramp.
grading.
Do a ramp, yeah.
Yep, right. So anyway, that's another subject they have to deal with. I said that Charlene Sotheby, she was appointed as pro tem,
Right.
co-chair. So she'll.
How
if
is a
anything-
pro tem different than a vice chair?
Same thing. It's the same thing. Just a
Just
play on
happens-
words. Yep.
Throwback to your old Latin teacher.
Yeah. She's just a lucky little critter. got this appointment, so she can call her appointment a
You're
pro
going to
tem.
get a call from Shar. Lucky little critter.
Lucky little critter. She's got a great sense of humor. I'm sure she'll.
She better
appreciate-
have.
We'll find out, won't we? Okay, Shar, be good now. Okay, 2017, the municipal fund, the Michigan Municipal Fund, which is the legal defense fund,
Right.
was approved at $355. Made sense. You think we'll ever get sued? No, you never know.
Never know.
You know, if you are, this is a good thing to have in place. So just a little bit of protection there. Elmwood Street Fund. There's a fund assigned for Elm Street.
Otherwise known as the main drag.
You got it. They need to submit some estimates, I guess, bids for the bonding. And in order to do that, they're looking at what finances they have available right now. And currently they have about $500,000 in the road fund and another about $150,000 that they're looking for from the bonding process. So it looks like that's going to be the direction they're going to take, but they need to provide this information to MDOT also before anything is done. Or the construction company is going to do this.
When
Okay?
does this supposed to take place?
They'd like to get it started by spring.
Oh.
So they usually
As opposed to the MDOT with Oxford, which is always 2 years from now.
seems to happen, but
Pick
I
a date
think
that's 2 years from now.
2019 is the last date I've heard. What have you heard?
2 years from now.
Close enough. They might move it up. I'm not sure. I do know that there's funding there that's being created, for the downtown for protection.
Okay.
PDA is saving
right.
money there.
Right.
Downtown Development Authority, part of the village. So anyway, let me see what else. DPW, trucks. They got a truck that needs repaired. Mr. McDonald said we need to look at that, but we don't have all the information in terms of the repair costs. And he said, he checked in I noticed there was a little snow around here and ice. He said, well, I want to make sure we got enough salt. And he said the DPW director said, yes, we have no problem with salt. So this winter, you folks, roads should be clear over there. Okay?
Well, in any event, between Michigan and Ontario, we have no loss of salt.
No, we don't. Okay. Right. Now, the next meeting we're going to talk about is the Oxford Township Planning Commission meeting. And that's always quite interesting. It's run by Todd Bell. And Todd does a great job, I think.
He runs a tight meeting.
Yeah, if you folks want to see the way a meeting should be conducted, just catch the Planning Commission meeting. Not that the trustees and Bill Dunn as a supervisor, he does a good job too, but Todd Bell really handles the meeting well, is the way, I observed it. How about you?
I haven't in a long while.
Given a long while? We'll talk about that when we come back right after this, folks.
Do you love local sports? Whether it's Oxford High School or Parks and Rec, you can buy copies of each game. To purchase your copy, call us at 248-628-9658 or give us an email at manager@occtv.org or talk to us at the next game. Hopefully we'll see you there.
Hey Leonard, you're watching OCTV.
Welcome back to Minutes by Minutes. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Dave Kinney.
And we are talking about the Oxford Township Planning Commission meeting, which was on December 8th. And Todd Bell is the chairperson of this board. Tom Berger serves on that board, as well as Jack Curtis, Ed Hunwick, who, by the way, has just been reappointed again, for the next 4-year term to serve on the Planning Commission. As
Well,
Jack
Jack-
Curtis was too,
Yeah, okay.
because his expired and he's renewed now, according to the Board of Trustees. Then Kelly Rossner Meyer, she serves on that board. Mike,
She's been on there for a long time.
yeah, Mike Spiz too, who is with the Oakland County.
Right, he's a commissioner.
He is a commissioner, and that's Mike gets involved locally in this just so that he knows what's going on here as well as in the county and how he can assist you folks out there. Okay, and then of course there's Mike Young also that serves on this board. They did
They usually have a planner too, don't they?
They have a planner. Yep.
Right.
Wortman Carlisle, I believe.
Right.
There's also an engineer, which is Jim.
Jim,
That guy.
that we all know.
You know who I'm talking about?
Sure.
He doesn't know. He's
Neither
just
do
making
you,
it up.
for that
Yes, I do. We're going to talk about it too
But his,
down the line
but
here.
we'll
but
just call him Jim for now.
just call him Jim. Okay. Anyway, so they did Pledge of Allegiance. They did a roll call. They didn't have a secretary there. She was off, so Ed Hunwick filled in as the secretary. Agenda was approved immediately, and they went on to the minutes. Kelly Rossner had a question concerning the minutes and how you handle people that are absent in terms of permission for absentee. And there was kind of a bantering back and forth between, I want to say, the chairman.
What if he does it
and
without
her.
permission?
Well, if he doesn't get permission to do it, all he has to do is call and talk to, for example, Todd Bell.
All right.
And Todd Bell either approves it on the spot.
Do
you
they
know,
have
approval.
alternates?
They don't have alternates for this particular board, but they do have a quorum. Usually, if one or even two people are missing.
So,
so-
that would constitute a
Right.
reason for not having a meeting.
Well, her question was, how can you approve, without getting the permission from the commission? And he does have the ability to do that. They actually looked it up, and he does have the approval. So it kind of held the meeting up some degree, in which Todd Bell made
A
it very
point
clear
of
he
order.
would continue
Point
to
of order.
approve it. So good move. And that's one thing that he does is he takes the authority, very seriously. He uses the regulations, and by the letter of the word, and he goes by it. And when he makes a statement, the statement is solid. It goes nowheres. So anyway, so they moved on. Public, any activity from the public? Nobody wanted to speak, so that went rather quickly.
Was there anybody there to speak?
Yes, there were.
Oh,
Quite a few
oh.
people
So they
there.
all looked at their shoes.
They all did, yeah. Commissioner comments? None. Commissioners want to get on with the meeting. Public hearing they had was Hills of Oxford, Indian Lake Road, the safety path. One of the things that they were concerned with is how do you handle when somebody does a site plan and they don't want to put in a safety path. It's required in ordinance. Either have a site plan, or if you don't have a site plan, what alternative do
What
you
is
have?
a sidewalk, not a safety path, or vice versa?
It's a little wider for a safety path, I understand. But one term,
Usually
I think-
paved too, isn't it?
Yeah, both are paved.
Okay. No, a sidewalk isn't.
Yeah, sidewalk is
Can
concrete.
be.
Can be.
Right.
Or it can be paved, asphalt. It can be.
I mean, do they have a requirement if there is a safety path
No.
that actually is
But-
crossing their property, that it
right.
needs to be a particular material?
Well, here's the thing. Some people, when they build a new home, they don't necessarily can put a safety path in because of the nature of where the property is at. And so, how do they get around it? And there's really no way in the ordinances that would allow it specifically where they can pay for a certain amount. They pay in lieu of putting in a safety path. And
So that the
it's been
township can
done,
take
though.
care of it.
Yeah, it has been done, but I think probably through the letter of word and, Plan Commission making that dictation to the individual, when they come forward with
But
the
having
site
made
plan.
that payment, then the township picks up
Right.
responsibility.
So the question was, shall we change the ordinance completely? And they bantered it back and forth, and eventually they said no. we want to change it with a whole new ordinance. We're just going to use the existing ordinance, but we're going to change it to the point that it should read in lieu of, a safety path. X number of dollars will go into the fund.
Per linear foot.
Well, not per linear foot. They said what happens is, by the way, Jim Sharp. See, I told you I knew his name. I just want to see if he would come up with it. Jim Sharp, the engineer, said that he would
Took
provide.
a while, didn't it?
Yeah, to get back to you.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, so Jim said he would provide the financial information, the quote, and what it would cost for this, safety path to be put in for that individual making the request at the time of the site of, the site plan. And with that, the individual can look at it and they say, well, gee, that's too much for me. I can actually put in a safety path cheaper than I can, pay this off. So they might go ahead and do the safety path. Or they might say, I can't do it. So that money then will go into another fund. And when that goes into that fund, that money wouldn't be used for that, because the question came up, is the township responsible for putting in the safety path? And the answer is no. That we're going to use this money for other safety path requirements.
Does that make any sense?
It does, because there are areas that they need to have safety paths in.
So if the guy doesn't make his own safety path, he has to pay him an amount
He has to pay an
to
amount
not get a safety
to not
path.
get a safety path.
Oh, dear.
But takes them off the hook.
Well,
Tell me more. How do you feel about that?
it's a questionable deal,
What do you mean?
what I said.
You heard it from him first, okay? So anyway, so this was approved to, go before the trustees, because they can't actually change an ordinance. It has to go before the trustees for
Okay.
approval. And by the way, last trustees meeting, they did approve it.
Oh,
So
all right.
we're going to jump ahead here a little bit. We'll do trustees on a later date, but that's what happened. This actually went through. And let's see, ordinance review. Subcommittee for the ordinance review, Kelly Rossner, Meyer, she brought up some challenging questions about the ordinance review, and I think eventually that was
Tabled?
tabled. Yeah.
Read his
It was.
mind.
It was. It was tabled. So anyway, he likes tables. I don't get this, but he does. Okay. No new business. Violation report. No questions on the violation report. So apparently there weren't any violations, so that worked out good. Oh, Ed Hunwick says, hey, he said, I got some news for you. I said, well, what kind of news you got, Ed? He says, well, they're going to get a drone, he said, for OCTV. And Jack Curtis, I think it was, spoke up and he said,
But I like riding in helicopters.
yeah, well, they only have one helicopter, though, in the county, so they can't use it for everything.
Okay.
And anyway, Todd Bell, he says, that wouldn't be a bad idea because, on sites, property sites, we have been using helicopter, but a drone would be a great idea. And we could
Much
could use that.
less expensive.
Yeah, much less expensive. So it looks like they're all for getting a drone. So that's
All
a big
for us
plus.
getting a drone.
Yeah, that's a big. Well, they're going to share it. I think they want to use it. So anyway, yeah, but you have to have certain people qualified in order to fly that little drone. There's some pretty good regulations for that. Economic Development Committee, Jack Curtis, he says that they've reviewed the website that they're working on, and also they're putting together a program on how to present the community, the township, to various businesses to draw them into this area as a formal presentation. So they're moving ahead with that.
Is that one-stop thing?
Right. But no, this is something different.
Oh.
One stop is for the village.
Okay.
This would be for the township. Lake Villa Water System, moving forward with that. The state permit is being acquired soon, and they hope to start that process in March. All right, buddy, what do you got?
I got squat.
Nothing.
I got nothing. There's no meetings for the next 2 weeks.
Hey, deck the halls. It's Christmas time. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Dave Kenny.
We'll catch you next time right here on Minutes by Minute.
Hey.